Welcome to page 2 of the brass audition music for summer 2026 for Texas Conservatory. We will be looking at 7, 8, and 9. We'll do 9 at the end. But what I'm going to do, because maybe a lot of people don't want to hear me talk, I will just play 7 and 8. Okay? I'll just play 7 and 8, and then I'm going to go over how you kind of practice it. Okay? But I understand if you've been practicing, you just want to play with me, that's fine. Like I said, you can always, if it's too fast for you, you can go on YouTube, slow it down, okay, right? Slow it down first. You can't just go into it and practice. You can't just go into it and play it right away. That's going to be hard, okay? But yeah, I'm just going to play 7 and 8, and then, yes, we can start. Eight. All right, a little sloppy. Don't be like that. Yes, but let's look at 7. Okay. On 7, we still have that day-to-day rhythm. Okay. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's on the previous videos. It is the dotted 8th, 16th note. Da, 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 ba, ba. Okay. This is measure 3 I'm talking about on number 7. Okay. So that's probably, well, that's not the trickiest part, is it? The trickiest part would be the last 2 measures there. But the third measure, da da dum, bum bum, bum, ba da bum, bum bum, bum. Okay, just try singing that with me right now. 3, 3, 4, da ba bum, bum bum, bum, da da bum, bum bum, bum. Okay, you can loop that if you don't get that. That's the rhythm right there. Make sure you're slurring. Dee dee dum, ba bum, and then tonguing that bum. All right. I feel like it looks trickier than it is. Just make sure you're playing on beats 3 and 4. Bum, bum. Right. It's very simple. It maybe looks a little weird. Make sure those are short. But yes, and on the 4th measure as well. That was the 3rd measure. The 4th measure just beats 3 and 4. Bum, bum. Okay. So maybe just the first 2 beats of measure 3. Ba da dum, bum bum. Okay. Da da bum bum. And then 4th beat, bum bum. And then 4th measure, ba da dum, bum bum bum. I play it. Okay. I didn't sing it the right octave, whatever, but or the right note. But yes, okay. It is the exact same rhythm for both measures, right? It just goes up. Yeah, it goes up a second. No, it doesn't, but it's fine. It's a thing. But yeah, make sure you land on that bum, bum, measure 4. All right, so let's look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th measure. Sorry. Okay, that third, make sure you get that D, da, and then ba. That might be one that's kind of hard to get. It's a little weird musically. Bum, bum, ba da da ba da 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 bum. Okay, if you can't sing it, you can't play it. All right. So maybe first let's sing the rhythm. Okay. So ba 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 da 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 2, 3, off. Okay, you see the last two measures, there's a row. That means slow down, so slow down there. But yes, practice this slowly. Okay, we're gonna go from the second line now, the fifth measure, the second line, and I'll go a little slower. Okay, and then you hold that out. All right, just try to get those, aim for the first beat of all those beats, if that makes sense. The first note of each beat. Does that make sense? Okay. It's the second line, the fifth measure. And then we're aiming for the first note on those 16th note figures. Okay, if you can get those, if you're having trouble with the 16th note, especially trombone players, I get it. It's tough. You play a difficult instrument. Try aiming for the first notes on those beats. Bum. Maybe even play it. Okay, I'll do that. I'll go da dum bum bum bum, whatever it is there. Okay. If you don't know where I'm at, this is measure 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 6. Okay. I'll do the pick up to 6, just playing the first note of those 16th note figures. Okay? It's a little easier if you can do that, right? Now I'm going to do, this might be a little weird, but I'll do the first beat and then the and. So 1 and 2. I'll just do the 1 and 2 and of those beats. Okay? So you understand what I'm saying? The first 16th note is what I'm going to play in the first beat, and then the third 16th note in the first beat. Okay? The second, and then I'll do the first note in the second beat, and then the third note in the second beat. Does that make sense? Okay. Maybe not. Even simpler. I'll play the G. Look at your music, measure 6. I'll play the G, I'll play the E, I'll play the C, I'll play the A, I'll play the F sharp, I'll play the F sharp, A, C. Okay? This is how you kind of practice getting these runs. Okay? I'll still do the 16 note pickup. 3. Okay? And then just adding those notes in between. Okay? That's actually a little hard. As I was doing, I was like, this might be a little hard, but okay. This is the final product. 3. And then at the end, okay? Just work on that. I like these auditions because they're not too long, so you can kind of really work on it, and then you'll be good. All right. Just one more thing. Make sure you're slurring when to slur and tongue when to slur. Slur. Slur her tongue, slur her tongue, slur tongue. Okay, all those things. Here we go. 8 now. Let's look at 8. You can hear my recording that I kind of fluffed up on the second beat. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. I was under pressure. Okay. But yeah, just make sure we're getting that. I didn't talk much about the key signature in 7, but it's F sharp. This one's a little harder, right? A. We are in E flat major. 3 flats. Name the flats. Okay, B flat, E flat, A flat. Okay, but the high A flat will be 2, obviously. Making sure we're getting that. When I was practicing this, I didn't practice that much, but when I'm practicing it, I was practicing on the second beat of the first measure. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so first let's go for the first line a little bit. I'll play it, maybe a little slower. Okay, that was maybe mezzo forte. Make sure you do mezzo piano. Yeah, so I would just practice that second beat. This is the second beat of the first measure. Okay, you hear that when I'm just practicing that, I can get it. It's when adding the first beat that might be a little complicated. Let's see. Okay, you hear a little bit, right? Make sure that's perfect, okay? That was a good one. All right. Bum, bum. On the second measure. Make sure you get the high G. It's the same note. Bum, bum. It's just different octaves. And then it goes. This is measure 3. Okay, if you really want to do a top job on this, do the dynamics as well, all right? Which I'm kind of fluffing a little bit. That one is a little easier. Just make sure we're doing, because it's just going up stepwise, right? This is measure 3, beat 2, or beat 4 if you want to be perfect. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. That should get you there, I think. Yes, we are in 6/8. Maybe I said that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Goes a little slower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bum 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 ba 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 bum 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 ba bum 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 ba 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 bum 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 ba. Okay, whatever those notes are there. But yes. Okay, this is the second line now. Hopefully you're still with me. Hopefully someone's watching this. This is the second line. I was having difficulty, and if you made this far, this is good. You're getting good tips here. I was having difficult hitting that C on measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so maybe even write the measure sentence as easier. Maybe I should have done that. Measure 6 on that first beat is that C. I was having trouble for some reason. It's just maybe the way the previous note was. But let's just practice that slow. This is the second line. The 1, 2, 3. The fifth measure. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, when I was practicing it, I was having trouble going from that E flat to C. Look, maybe you're better than me, which is exactly what we want. Yes, I practiced that leap there. Okay. Another thing I did was playing like I did on 7, playing the first note of each beat, each strong beat. So 1 and 4, 1 and 2. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Look at measure 5, E flat, and then is that B flat? We're not gonna worry about that. And the G, we're not gonna worry about that. Then the B flat. Then don't worry about the G, E flat, and then the C. Okay, I just kind of got those intonations, those notes. Okay, does that make sense? I'm playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, if you can't, if you're not getting to other notes, or if you're having trouble with this, just work on those and then add those other notes. Okay, with the other notes now, yes. Okay, make sure you're clearer than me. That was not great. And we see this rhythm a lot, right? Maybe I'm talking too much now, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Measure 7. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Right? It's the same thing in the first measure, beat 2. Okay, there. Bum 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 bum. Dum da 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 dum. It's actually the same rhythm throughout, so it looks a little tricky, but it's not too hard when you hear it. Okay. I'll just play this one last time. If you have any questions, if you made it this far, good job. Hit like in the comments or something. I don't know. But yes, I'll play this through again. Hopefully a little better than the first time. But yes, mezzo piano. Okay, lots of things to think about. 3 flats, 6/8, mezzo piano, crescendo, right? All these things. Dum ba 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 bum. Okay, here we go. Okay? Yeah, there you go. Don't feel discouraged if you're not hitting, if you're missing some notes, you know, because I'm doing the same thing, right? Maybe I should practice more, but yes. All right. Happy practicing. I will play 9 for y'all. I will play 9 for y'all if you wanna try it. This is a classic Salvation Army piece. Hopefully I don't butcher it. But this is the problem with recordings. Is the pressure. Here we go. I'll sing it first. Drum bum da 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 dum dum bum 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 da 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 dum bum 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 da da dum bum bum da ya ya bum bum. Here we go. 1. Okay. Make sure you go to mezzo piano on the second on the end of the second line there. Happy practicing, guys. Hopefully made it this far. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being with me. Also, make sure why we're doing this. Okay, we're doing this for Jesus, for lifting our talents to Him. Otherwise, we're just a concert band in school, right? So I would encourage you guys to pray before every time you practice. Just pray before, either before or after, preferably both. I will close this off in prayer. Okay, so let's pray. Lord, thank you that we get to come here and that we are able to practice for you, Lord, practice our gifts for you. I pray for these students that are just trying to get better and then practicing, preparing for auditions. I pray for a great summer, that we get to know you better, Lord. And yeah, let's have a great time practicing. In your name, amen. Thank you, guys. It's a long video.